Guys, look at it. This looks so wicked. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day. Finally, we are going to start with the twin turbo process. Many videos to come. Just know that there will be specific, easy to follow how-to videos as much as possible. Remember, a twin turbo setup, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, but we have my car back. It is good to go. We did take it to Firestone because remember we had impact over here, and we were concerned about the suspension because the dealership, the body shop, did not, for whatever reason, put the car on their alignment rack, and the alignment was off. But yes, we are good to go. Firestone coming through. We have now updated the alignment for drag racing specifications for turbocharged and supercharged application on an S550 Mustang per BMR spec. Pretty common knowledge for all of you veteran drag racers out there. We're going to start today with laying out over here what's in that box right over there. That 90-pound box is the twin turbo setup. So I've got some space here. I want to lay everything out and basically highlight to you guys what you're going to get if you go with like a, let's say, a Hell Horse Performance, which is what we're running, twin turbo setup with comp 6467s. And we're also going to start de-striping. Not going to do the hood because the hood's going to get replaced, but start de-striping the car because eventually it's going to get wrapped. It's going to be sick. It's going to be epic. And start ripping some of this front end apart to get ready for the intercooler. You can see right over there. And yes, basically just getting this thing ready for the racetrack. This car is going to come together. I know it looks like a hot mess still, but just hang in there. Believe me, in the end, it's going to blow your mind. There's your little sneak peek. We're going to get to this in a second. That is the twin turbo kit, but there's the intercooler. It's huge. So we got to get some stuff out of the way, get this bumper out of here. Probably going to put it back into my kitchen where the other hood is. You know, I just don't have the garage space. I need a bigger house. I really honestly do. All of this plastic and everything is going to come off of the car. I believe I may have to pull these support brackets off here too to make way for the intercooler, but the intercooler is basically going to replace this bar and be race car life. Here we go. Guys, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the fender liners out on both sides, basically just to give me some clearance to work around the car. We're going to take the hood off. We're going to take the other side off. I just want to show you the procedure of the teardown before we do everything because there's a lot involved. But a lot of the piping is going to come through here, so I just want to make sure that I want to have a clean surface to be able to film and document everything, and before we actually start putting all this stuff back together. Most of its life from now on is going to live on some kind of a fat tire in the rear. Stay tuned to the channel. Can't wrap everything up in one video. There's just too much to do. Let's go ahead and do this. That's what you guys are here for. And just so you know what you're buying into when you're watching the video and subscribing to the channel. And thank you on that note to all of the new subscribers, everybody that is dedicated to the channel, that really supports the build, everything that we're doing. We want to put this car eventually in the 8s, but you know, for the next several months we're going to shoot for 9s and go from there. But here we go. Okay guys, right in front of me, this is what we got. This is a low mount kit. Hell Horse Performance.com is where you're going to find this. This is their own custom kit, and when I say custom, I mean you can specify a couple options just like you can any other twin turbo kit. A lot of pieces here, so I have everything pretty much dressed the right dress. There's intercooler, all of that, wastegates, everything, all the plumbing, vacuum lines. There's the exhaust manifold. This is really cool. So this is a factory 15 and up exhaust manifold here, and then they have modified it, basically unwrapped everything. This is how it's going to come with bubble wrap and everything else. It's going to come in a box like that, which weighs about 90 pounds. The only thing that is missing is the turbos themselves. Comp is going to send me back the new twin 6467s here in the next couple of days. Look at the welds. Everything is ceramic coated inside and out. Very special, very, very cool. But I expect to make mid-7s, mid-700s to the wheel with all of this right here. So these guys are, let's see, what do we got here? This is like Christmas. Okay, so this is for the exhaust right there. Should bolt up. This is right here. It's going to come off the back turbos into your exhaust and should bolt right up to a 3-inch system. Look at this. So this has got a race blow-off valve too. So the hardware, we've got the springs. Let's take this guy out. That's sharp, be careful. I just totally sliced my thumb open. Oh man, carnage strikes again. Look at that. No, I'm just kidding. This is called Project Warfighter from here on out. Put that back in there carefully. Gotta wipe the blood off later. Wow, it really got me. Put that away. So lots of plumbing, lots of vacuum lines, everything. Everything is going to come in baggies and stuff like that. That's pretty much the layout here. We are going to run a big oil catch can in the car. Eventually, we got to get everything mounted up, see how much room we have left in the engine bay, and then go from there. So more stuff on the way. Also, the only things that are not here as well are the filters that are going to obviously come with the turbos themselves. And then we'll probably do like a turbo guard or something like that whenever we're racing. But it is going to be a low mount system, so it's going to basically sit back there. So we're going to pull the headers off, but around the area where the collectors would be, where they drop down, is kind of where the turbos are going to sit. So yeah, all of the plumbing and everything should bolt up pretty easily, pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if you really need a ton of instruction for that. It's basically like a little puzzle. Because there is none, I am going to be putting a very specific how-to video together on all of this. So just stay tuned to the channel if you want to see that. And this basically will be kind of a similar setup to some of the other low mount systems that are out there. Remember, we're going with twin 6467s. They are oilless, and they are triple ball bearing comp turbos. And the way that that works is you have to lube them up about every 3,000 miles or so, which is fine because I'll be doing oil changes about that interval. And they're very easy to get to because they'll be underneath the car where your oil pan and everything is already. Now, as we sit here and look at this, I want to explain something else too. This kit is rated for 1,500 horsepower. Yes, 1500 horsepower. And basically that's capped at 15 because of this intercooler. If you want to go more than that, you obviously can, but you'll probably need like a 6-core or something like that, a little bit bigger of an intercooler. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up and put it all back in the box so we don't lose anything, but I'm very excited to get things started. We're going to continue tearing down the car here, get the front crash bar off, all of that, get the other fender liner off, change some wheels, and go from there. This is it. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time, for well over a year. We're finally doing boost on my 2019 Mustang GT, and the whole purpose is to bring tons of content and to go very, very, very fast in a straight line. So one thing I forgot to mention real quick is the wastegates. So this is basically what we're doing. This is included with the kit. I'm sure that you might be able to have your choice of option, but this is basically what we're going to do. This is what I would suggest with this kit, as per also Hell Horse Performance, and I just thought that we need to include that because that's kind of vital. And all right, here we go. We're going to take this guy off and then see if we can get this intercooler probably installed, and just get ready. Take all of this plastic down here off. You're not going to need it. We want to open up this area as much as possible. Now, this is a performance package, heavily optioned 401A car. If I could do it again, honestly, I would probably go more for a base car, because I'm having to take off some of the stuff that comes with a PP1 car. And yes, you know, I never intended on going this extreme with this car, but you know, things evolve, and you know, we live and learn. So you can learn from my mistakes, or you can do your own thing. But for road course stuff, definitely worth it. This car also has magnetic ride. If I could do it again, I would have probably done a base car with a 10R80. This is also a 10R80 car. I highly suggest that if you want to go fast. It also works well in road course application as well. So we'll have to relocate this somehow alongside the intercooler once we get everything done, figured out. There's going to be hopefully not a lot of fabrication, so you can order one of these right there, that bar from BMR, and replace your front crash bar. That thing weighs like a pound. It's nothing. This is a little bit heavier, so there's a little weight reduction for those who care. I think that we also might have to, yeah, pull these supports right here off. This is like a performance pack level thing, so I don't know. That's why we're going to test fit the intercooler and just see. Don't need this anymore. Don't need it. Remember, all this is going to get replaced, so we're going to take all this stuff apart. Anything we don't need, I don't know if that'll fit or not, but we're going to take it off and just get rid of whatever we can, and we're going to have that whole thing be covered. This is kind of cool. This is dirty. I'm going to clean this off, but I spray painted my condenser a while back, black, just like a satin black, I think it was, or a flat black, and it's held up pretty nicely, so pretty impressive. I think I just used like whatever from AutoZone, but yeah, I'm impressed. I kind of thought it would just come off after a year, but nope, holding up good. So if you want to do something like this and black out your condenser, this is what you can expect about a year later. Looks good. Again, we're not going to start really installing stuff. This is basically just getting ready, so when we actually do the how-to videos, it will be just a clean surface, a blank canvas, if you will, just to make things look easier. And I'll explain how we do everything, but and then maybe reference back to this video. But yeah, everything's coming along nicely. So we're going to lift up on that, get rid of these. This should just unclip actually right back here, and then we're going to have to move around some of this stuff here, test fit the intercooler, just get things ready, and then yeah, do the rest of the car. So it might be a lengthy video, but there's a lot of stuff going into this. Oh, there it is. All right, we have the intercooler installed. Looks so good. Now remember, I'm going to take all this stuff apart. I'm just pre-fitting, and this is as far as I'm going with the turbo for this video, but just pre-fitting everything, making sure everything is good to go, figuring out what I actually need to rip out of the car, and we don't get anything wrong. But you might want to take this guy out that just pushes down with push pins, or you can trim up under there. You can see that it's impacting just a little bit. That's what this is right here. That is your hood latch. So I've got it to fit. It's a snug fit. You could cut that, probably just that little sliver right there, and it would be perfect. But I mean, honestly, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's not denting anything. It's just really snug. So the fitment is spot on as far as that goes, but I think it's necessary that we keep this piece in there because remember, under this little splash shield here, so if this were gone, this little thing right here, what is this tray? I'm gonna call it a tray. I don't know what it's called. I'd imagine that airflow is going to go in, and this is keeping airflow out, I guess, from pushing up the front of the hood. Would help, because if I put this back now, if that piece down there was, you know, not there, then airflow would come through, and then, you know, maybe that's what we want. Maybe we'll want more airflow this way. I'm going to consult with Hellhorse and just see, but I think that this is what we're gonna do, and I got no fitment issues. It's perfect. It looks huge. Let me back up as far as I can in my garage. But yeah, that is wicked, wicked. So all right, we're gonna continue on. I don't need to film the rest because it's basically the same stuff we did over there, and then clean up stripes because they're gonna go away, and that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, turn the notification bell on, because lots of videos coming, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. Stay tuned.